evening, everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 5, Episode 50, Upcoming DJI Products. Ron, how are you this evening?
I'm well, Bill. How are you?
Well, I'm surprised. My Steelers won last night. Totally shocked.
Yeah, that was a DeMarco Moore picked them last night, but as we left the air, they had fallen behind, and we thought that pick was in doubt. But the comeback kids there, the Steelers, they did the job.
Well, here's what I said to all my friends who are Steeler fans. They played a team that was worse than them.
The Colts they had 3 wins going to the game, and the Colts had 4 wins. So the Colts were the better team, and they win wise anyway.
Yeah,
win wise. Yeah, the Steelers only had 3 wins. I thought you guys had one more game.
Yeah, they only had 3 wins. Yeah. It just wow. I was in shock. I was in shock last night.
Well, I mean, in a season like that, it's good to see the young kids playing the Pickett at quarterback and the Pickens. That's going to be the worst thing when they have Pickett to Pickens and whatever. But and Freierhoff, the young tight end, a lot of the good young players on offense are playing well. Bill,
they got some good skilled players. It's going to take some time to gel, and people need to be patient. That's what I keep telling everybody. Well, and we won't talk about my opinion about the head coach and the rest of the coaches of the Steelers. So anyway, okay. Wanted to start off tonight, and I know Ron will be interested in hearing this, and I know Marcus will as well. Let's see, get a banner up here. I got an email from Stephen Ewing today. As you guys know, he's going through some serious back issues. Currently, he's been in traction for the last 10 days. And he did say he's getting feeling back in his feet. In his legs and his hands, which is really good. So they're hoping that by keeping him in traction, it's less pressure on his spine, and it'll make a difference. Also, he also emailed me to thank him. I sent him a brand new Build a Drone Reviewer mug and a pen, and he was very appreciative of that. And he wants to thank everybody for all your thoughts and well wishes. He'll be watching tomorrow morning. He gets on pain meds at night and he can't stay up. He just knocks him for a loop. So want to thank you guys all in advance for that. I know he really appreciates that. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers because he's not out of the woods yet. He said he still can't get back to flying drones or stand up right now at this point. So, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Well, thanks for the update, Bill. And that is good news that there's some improvement there. So that's great.
So I was absolutely thrilled. Now,
get well soon, my friend.
Absolutely. Now, got a fun thing to talk about here. Holiday giveaways, and I'm gonna do a little show and tell here. Okay. Build a Drone Reviewer T-shirt. Okay, and it's the new logo. It has the Mini 3 and the Mavic 3 on here. All right. A Build a Drone Reviewer mug with the new logo on it. A cup with Build a Drone Reviewer, the long logo on it. We got 2 pens. And what was nice was Vistaprint screwed up the printing on this pen, so they let me reorder them for free. So I got no complaints with that. Magnets, coaster, and of course, stickers. And I'm probably going to have a few other things to add to the pile here. And that's coming up. We're going to do that the week after we get back from Ohio. We're going to have a couple of them before Christmas because and I just kind of did this with Ham Radio Basics too, by the way. So want to let you guys know that's what you can win. So stay tuned for that. I may even throw a gift card in there. I don't know about that, but kind of doing the same thing with Ham Radio Basics. We're doing that. I'm giving away a pretty nice radio on that one, and also it's a study guide on how to study for the ham radio license. So stay tuned. I'm probably gonna be having some more stuff there like that.
Hey, Bill, before you move on, if somebody would like to buy some of those items you just showed, is there a place where they can go purchase them, Bill?
Well, they can email me at buildadronereviewer@gmail.com. If any of those things, if you want to get them, I will only charge you for shipping. I'm not going to be making money on this. I'll only charge you guys for shipping. I get great deals through Vistaprint. So let me know if there's something. It takes a lead time. And what I will do is I'll have Vistaprint directly mail it to you. So they won't even mail it to me. So if you're interested in these, and these prices are very reasonable for this, drop me an email at billthedronereviewer@gmail.com. Again, I don't make, there's really nothing to make as far as money is concerned. However, you know, it's getting the brand out there, and it's giving you guys something in return. So if you guys are interested, please
and get those orders in now so you get shipping by Christmas if they're going to be
if you're interested,
gift item.
email me at billthedronereviewer@gmail.com. I will be more than happy to go ahead and place an order for you guys, and you guys can pay me via PayPal. Okay.
There we go.
And make it real easy. Make it do the friends thing with PayPal, so there's no fees that are taken out.
Nice.
There were a lot of Black Friday drone deals and Cyber Monday drone deals as well.
Yes.
Ron, do you know anybody that actually purchased anything?
Johnny Drone Flyer bought the
Johnny
Autel EVO II Plus. He didn't actually get on Black Friday, but I think he ordered it before. But the Black Friday sale prices were already in effect.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And it was in New Orleans today, so he expects to have it in his hands by tomorrow. He got that from the Alltel Pilots. Store.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's great as far as
that sounds impressive, but it's just a third party retailer over in China someplace. It's not the official Autel.
Yeah.
Now, it's the same server Marcus ordered his Nano Plus from a year ago. Yeah. And when it didn't work, he got absolutely zero support from him.
Yeah, that's and it was interesting because I had a live show on Friday about Black Friday drone deals, and there were and the real site that I pointed people to was Amazon, because there were so many things, especially with Autel, and it just wasn't drones. They had batteries, they had cases on sale and other accessories, and they were really good deals. And I know there were a couple of comments about people saying, well, I can get the same deal on Autel's site. And I said, yeah, that's true. But does Autel have a great return policy like Amazon? Okay. Because I know Amazon right now, if you're buying this for the holidays, I think it's good through the end of January, Ron.
I think it's the 31st of January to send it back.
Yeah, that's like off the charts incredible. I absolutely love that. And why wouldn't you? I mean,
and plus, if you're a Prime member, you get the 2-day free shipping bill.
Oh, okay. I got a little sidebar here that I want to show you guys. All right.
Now, I want to interrupt real fast. Richard, SSB73Q, he ordered the Nano Plus, but on Black Friday.
Oh, okay. Very good. All right. Well, this is real interesting. Now, I ordered a it's a hub. It's an HP hub, and I got this for my new computer. It's coming on, is it Friday? Yeah, it's coming on Friday. Okay. Now, it also has a built-in speaker in this, which is rare. It has display ports on it. It has I can hook up 2 monitors to this. I can power my laptop off of this. There's a speaker built in. So, if I'm doing video conferencing or, doing this, you could hear it on there. It's absolutely stellar. But one of the things that I noticed, I got this from B&H, and I don't know if you guys can see this up or not up at the top. It said HP returns, okay? And I contacted B&H today, sent them photos of this, and guess what this is? This is a refurbished unit. And it's not sold as a refurbished unit out on B&H. So they're going to go ahead. They're going to exchange it for a non-refurbished brand new unit sealed in the box. Well, it had the packing list enclosed, and this was opened on here. And I'm like, something was not right with this. So I emailed them. I sent them pictures, and long story short, they sent me a return label for free. I'm going to ship it back as soon as they get it. I'll get a new one. So
be careful of the get what you ordered.
Yeah. I just where in the world did that come from? I mean, that just kind of hit me off the totally surprised me.
It's like they called an audible on you, Bill.
Yeah, they did, and I'm like, this isn't a refurbished unit, okay? I didn't purchase a refurbished unit, and it's not a refurbished price for what I paid for it.
Yeah, your favorite coach called an audible on you there.
Yeah, they did, and I wasn't real happy about this. Got some changes in store, okay? One of the changes in store, Build a Drone Reviewer Limited Edition is now, and let me go ahead and get this up on the screen so you guys can see this. It is now Build a Drone Reviewer Classics, okay? My guy, he finished the logo up for me. Finally today, I got it done. Everything that's currently out on Build a Drone Reviewer Limited Edition will stay out there. Nothing's going to change as far as that's concerned. I will also be airing Rotor Talk Live on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. That will not change. What will happen with this change is, and I'm gonna get some swag, and we're gonna have a giveaway with that as well too. What's going to change is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some classic videos, and I have literally probably dozens and dozens and dozens of classic videos from the channel from what I filmed over the last 4 years, and I'm going to refresh them. All right. What I mean by refresh them, going to add additional commentary at the front, at the beginning, maybe throw some comments in the middle as well too, with some overlays on things that we have learned since these videos happened. I think you guys will really like it. It's something for me. I like, a lot of my videos get there are some videos that really get a lot of repeat views. And we're going to feature a lot of those out here. Like for example, one of them is the DJI Osmo Action replacing the door on the original Action. Right. I got that I found it from a GoPro Hero 5 video on how to do that. Yeah. And it was easy as pie. And that thing, I get comments on that every day, Ron, every single day. And it's going to be videos like that, like my video where, I found the problem with precision landing with the Mavic 2. In other ones where I was running into problems and things like that. We're gonna take a look at that. But I wanted to get it out there in a fresh way for people to see these things. And it's great. I think it's great because I know I still get comments on these videos all the time. So this is going to happen. The name change is going to be in effect pretty much immediately. I'm going to be getting a new intro video out there and expect some new content out there in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited about it. I think it's a good thing. I think you guys will enjoy it. So just wanted to get that out there for everybody.
I like the logo there, Bill.
Thank you. I got a great guy. He's over in, I think, Bangladesh. He's over in Indonesia, and he does it for me. And he's been doing all my logos. He does great work. Communication, it can be a little spotty at times because of English translation and things, but he's got this one nailed down. So I'm really pleased with his products, and I really like what he has to do.
You haven't quite mastered all the Southeast Asia languages yet, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. There was a great article by Kestelou on DJI O3 Air Unit testing, and I know our good friend Dobo put up a video regarding that as well. And I wanted to share this here. All these ads that pop up. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know about you, Ron, but it gets real old real fast. Every time I go to look at something, there's about 10,000 ads that pop up here. New DJI O3 Air Unit is amazing, right? Yes, it is. But, okay. Now, what they did here, and again, all these articles are out on Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group page and out on Twitter as well, too. It talks about the new Air Unit. Now, what they did to test this, okay, we first tested the unit on an RC car without a cooling system. Then we put it on the DJI O3 Air Unit on an O2 FPV drone to check for radio frequency interference, okay? And you can see there it is on a truck right there. Transmission quality was good in this configuration, allowing for clear video at a distance and through obstacles. A drawback, however, was without air being pushed over the unit from a drone, the transmission system would overheat after some time.
Oh, no.
Based on our testing, this overheating period took about 15 to 20 minutes. Overheating frequency was minimal due to low outdoor temperatures, generally in the 50s and 60s. But in the summer, an air unit gets too hot could make it hard to fly or even impossible to fly in very hot weather. Okay, and here's a close-up of that. The second test was a torture test of the DJI transmission systems. This involved using an FPV drone with the O2 Air Unit and mounting the O3 Air Unit on the top near where an action cam would be mounted. In our testing, O2 seemed to step on O3. Transmissions during test flights worked well until any obstacle was between the air unit and the goggles. Once that occurred, the O3 video froze, while the O2 video became pixelated but was still usable. Okay. Finally, our last test was a more normal usage of the air unit. The unit was mounted onto a 5-inch Johnnie FPV frame with 1750 kV motors on 6S. Okay, and I know that means a lot to you FPV guys. The unit performed flawlessly in this configuration, save for the visible standoffs. To solve this, we 3D printed TPU camera mounts and extended the camera beyond the forward portion of the frame. This eliminated our standoffs in view, most of the propellers. However, it leaves the camera incredibly vulnerable in the event of a crash or a hard landing. If you're flying for fun, standoffs in view may not be the biggest deal. However, for others hoping to utilize the O3 Air Unit as a business drone, know that the ultra-wide field of view will likely result in props or standoffs in the shots. The transmission, however, with a camera extended, is like nothing else in the FPV world. It's incredibly clear, minimally latent, and looks like a final recording you're actively controlling. Okay, Ron, that's a lot to digest there. But
yeah.
But kudos to, and I don't know if Hayes the one that performed the testing or not. Kind of sounded like it is, or he was involved with it. Kudos to them for doing this, Ron, and for thinking outside the box, putting this on a remote control car, for example. Yeah. I mean, that's really, thinking and using your head. So, hey, if that's you, congratulations. I mean, this is really good. And I think it's a good proof to others out there of the capabilities of this unit. So, stay tuned to this because, there's going to be firmware updates. There's going to be a lot coming out with this. So keep posted that. And I know.
Did I understand correctly in the article that they had better luck with O2 than O3?
They did in that one configuration. They did.
Yeah.
So, and I know Dobo did a video on this. I'm pretty sure. I just saw this video just came up right before.
The most recent one. I'm not a good FPV person either. I know he was trying to show that on his beta software that the O3 worked with older goggles, or maybe it was the other way around. I was never quite sure, just because I don't understand all the jargon.
Yeah, I'm the same way too, because I'm not, where's Koopy when you need? I know he's in the chat. I know John's in the chat. I saw him tonight. You and I are in the same boat, and I'm sure Marcus is as well, because that's not our cup of tea. We don't deal with this day in and day out kind of thing. So,
but that new air unit, the O3 does seem like an incredible piece of hardware, Bill.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Koopy, there he is. All right.
Yeah.
Good to see you tonight, John. No, and I think it's good. This testing is good. It proves some of the capabilities. It's real world kind of stuff, and it's outside the box, and that's all good stuff. I mean, that's that's God. Always Tuesday night, I cough for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway.
Hey, Bill, I see in the chat, KC Crime Fighter reviews and crime fighting. He says he's waiting for the next DJI drone. Is that on the agenda, on the show agenda?
That's on the agenda. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Lon straightened this out. The goggles too work with the old air units. So that means the current goggles now work with the older air units. So that's what he was trying to show us.
I know we kind of touched on this one last week. Autel to stop supporting some EVO II drones from May 2023. And I want to bring the article up on this because I think people need to know and to be aware of this. Knowledge is power, is my wife always says. And we're gonna go over this because I want to make sure everybody is clear on this here. Autel to stop supporting some EVO II drones from May 2023. A few weeks ago, Autel unveiled its third iteration of EVO II drones. While we're excited about this new evolution, we know that users worldwide have come to know and love their V1 and V2 models. We want everybody to know that we will remain committed to you. While production of older versions has ended, sales and maintenance support will be available through these dates. EVO II V1 series, May of 2023. EVO II V2 series, October of 2024. Autel Deals recognize the V1 series rapidly approaching its end of support. Users have been given only a 6-month heads up, and that too right before the winter season, where many anyway prefer not to fly. Therefore, if you find yourself looking for parts that aren't available for service in the summer, Autel will offer you a discount on similar V2 products through a dealer or retailer of your choice. The exact percentage or amount of discount is not yet disclosed. In any case, since EVO II is the only drone to offer hyperlapse in 6K, it's worth pointing out that its latest rugged bundle is available at attractive discounts from resellers in a 2022 Cyber Monday deal. Okay. Ron, what do you think of this?
I guess the drone, the EVO II Pro V1, it'll be 3 years old this, at the beginning of 2023. I mean, that does seem a little soon to put a drone out of commission, doesn't it, Bill?
Yeah. And the other thing is the timing of this. All right. They're only giving them, like the article pointed out, a 6-month lead on this. And I think that's a little, I can see the other one, October 2024. Okay. That's legit.
Yeah.
But May 2023, 6 months, that's not a lot of time. Okay. And, if you had known something like that, you may have sold it and wanted to purchase something else. And I can tell you, speaking from personal experience, having the X-Star Premium and trying to buy batteries, it got to be a nightmare because they had aftermarket batteries out there, but they didn't have. And I'm sorry, I just don't go for aftermarket batteries.
Yeah, and Bill, in this case, though, I believe the V1, V2, and V3 all use the same battery.
Oh, okay.
The battery won't be an issue this time around.
That's good. That's good to hear.
And even as parts, I think the camera's the same, like the props the same. I think the only thing different really is the like the processor chip inside. So a lot of the other components are the same. So this isn't as big a deal as it is with the X-Star Premium, because what followed the X-Star Premium is completely different. But the V2 and V3 versions of the EVO II Pro are almost unrecognizably, the same drone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know why Alltel went down this road of well, I do know. They had the V1. They couldn't get the chips anymore through the COVID, so they had to go with the V2.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they switched to V3 now rather than come out with the EVO 3, because that platform's already 3 years old, and now they committed to the V3, so now they're in for at least another, you'd think another couple of years with that same frame. Not that it's not a bad frame, but I don't know. What are your thoughts, Bill?
I agree, Ron. Because and I'll use the best example. Okay, we had the first iteration of the Mini, DJI Mini, the second iteration of the Mini, and then the third, it completely changes style. Okay. And, obviously there were reasons for that, but still one of the reasons is, DJI's marketing. They're always a step ahead and they're wanting to grab attention, and it grabs attention. It looks different. It looks sharp. Okay. And I think the same thing with this. You hit on a key point here. They're not changing the style, which I think, what to me, that signals cost. Okay. Because I think they're very cost conscious in terms of wanting to make sure that they keep costs down, because they don't have the kind of capital to work with that DJI has to. So they kind of have to do that. And I'll say this. I would say probably by this time next year, let's say October next year, I think you'll see an EVO 3. Okay. I think they'll have run its course, and you'll come out. It'll be a new design. It'll still keep the same colors. They'll have great cameras on there, great specs. It's following through, and I hope Autel can consistently do that. Welcome, Marcus. How are you?
Pretty good. What are you guys up to? What the heck is going on, guys?
Well, Bill's talk about the Autel. We got in a little trouble talking about the Autel's drones too much last night. Somebody saw somebody comment, "Is this the Autel show?" So we're right back with the Autels again.
Yeah, with good reason. Don't you agree, guys? I mean, there's
Tremendous
plenty
sales
going on with
yeah.
Autel with regard to their pricing. I mean, they all of a sudden have made it competitive. And Bill, Ron, and I discussed this earlier today. I think it's a good strategy because the more their product get out there, the more they will make their brand mainstream, and the more people will be interested in it.
That's a good point. And like I said, it's a minimal cost involved for them, because Ron's pointing out it's really the same airframe, the same camera, props, everything, so their costs, they're not increasing. I'm sorry. The costs are not increasing, which is good because they don't have the kind of capital to work with like a DJI has.
Marcus, we're talking about the EVO II Pro right now.
Yeah,
sunsetting the older versions of it already.
Yeah, that's an interesting product too, Ron. So I suppose Ron's probably already talked about, that he's got that earlier version that, once you sunset it, okay, so you can't get support, etc. That's a concern.
Yeah, and I think I've heard the V1 will not be remote ID compatible without buying the $300 module. And I'm not sure what they said about the V2 version of the
Ron, you'll be able to fly it in circles at a Freya.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, Bob Dempsey's in the house. Welcome,
Bob Dempsey.
Thanks Bob.
He's got a night off from being his other secret identity.
Yes, his other secret identity.
We can't reveal that.
Yeah, with a red cap and a red suit. Yeah, we won't say anything. And his trips up to the North Pole. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Bob. Just having some fun. So one of the things, Marcus, that I told Ron is, and they mentioned it in this article from Drone DJ, is they only really gave everybody like a 6-month lead time on this. Okay. And, that's not a lot of time. Well, what were your thoughts on something like that?
Yeah, I agree. That isn't a lot of time. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I look at that. To me, the Lite Plus, almost for me personally, as an enthusiast and kind of a hobbyist, that kind of the Lite Plus or the Lite series kind of made the Evo something that I wasn't interested in anymore.
Right.
Because it still has the 1-inch sensor, etc.
Yeah. Well, I got to call this out, okay? Yeah. Our friend Sean Geeksvana, Koopy told me O3 Air Unit would grow my hair back. He doesn't even build his own quads. Ban Koopy. And Sean, thanks for the suit. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that. Wow.
Marcus is modeling his new gear now.
Well, I'm trying. We had John was asking if his Idaho quadcopter cap is remote ID compatible, and I don't know about that, but the stocking cap is.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Marcus, I don't know if you saw, but we're going to be having some giveaways coming up. New T-shirt in the house, new mug,
nice,
new tumbler.
Ooh, look at that!
Pens, coasters, magnets. Nice. Okay, so
I got the old one.
Light just got to see. Oh, there you go. You go. Yeah. I'm going to be having some fun with those, and maybe a gift card or two. I think we're gonna go that route. Oh, there you go.
Hold it. I messed that up.
You guys logo up.
Yeah.
Johnny. There you go, Johnny.
Yeah. I don't know if this one is remote ID compatible though.
Yeah. They may need the module for that one.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. So.
Hey, Bill, I'm gonna have to run a little bit early tonight, but I can hang in long enough if we do the Mini 3 segment.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that right now. Okay. One of the things, upcoming DJI products, and the first thing that I wanted to talk about was the Mini 3. Now,
not the Mini 3, not the Mini 3 Pro.
The DJI Mini 3. End of sentence kind of thing. Okay. Do you guys find it curious that since they came out with that on the FCC database, that there has been, I checked Deals Drone, I checked Acetalab, I checked other places, zip, nothing.
Very quiet.
Yeah, it's just totally quiet. It's just like all of a sudden it just kind of like just dried up. What do you guys think about that?
Well, you didn't check the right place. I saw him in the chat earlier. Our friend Lauren from up north there, he dropped a few hints last night during the Drone Nation show in the chat. Marcus, what date is he calling for?
December 7th, the day that will live in infamy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Now, Bill, we don't know if the 7th means the day it comes out or the day they announce it, because remember, we got messed up in the Classic. We ate crow in the Classic because the day we thought it was come out was the day it got announced. But something's going to happen on the 7th.
Yeah. It's just an announcement that day. Now, whether you can pre-order it that day or not, we don't know. But I don't think you're going to be going to Best Buy and buying it on the 7th.
Okay, but we'll know something definite. Like we'll get that email that day. Now, Bill, 7th is the correct date. What do you think about that as far as timing for Christmas?
Oh, that's a tight time frame to get it out, to get it to people before Christmas. That's very tight. I know right now, for example, okay, I went yesterday morning, okay, Monday morning, all right. And I'm figuring I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30. So my doctor's appointment is right by the post office. So I had to I was dropping off a ton of stuff. Okay. There was a line out the door at 9:00 in the morning when the post office opened up. And I'm like, what are they giving away? Okay. Well, everybody's already started mailing things. All right. So, that crunch time is already hit. And what was nice was I ran into the assistant manager. He said, he saw me with all the boxes. He said, here, he wheeled out a cart. I put all the boxes in the cart, but it's already started. So with shipping, because I ordered a bunch of stuff because, you guys know, a week from Friday, we're on a jet bird up to Ohio. So, we're doing a lot of our Christmas stuff now and get it done and get things here. And, it's still, even now with Amazon, things that normally take a day are taking like 2 days. So it's already started. So with this coming out on December 7th, it's going to be really tight, a real tight time frame. And I would say this, okay, if it's not in their, in their hubs for DJI, like in Atlanta, Chicago, New Jersey, California, if it's not there by now, okay, it's not going to come in time for Christmas. I would really doubt it, but I could be wrong. Okay. I'm just saying, if it's not there, you're not going to get it in time. If it is, you might.
Now, why do you think they waited so long? You think there were problems with, software or hardware that they had to delay this late, Bill?
I don't think it was a problem with that. I think their timing was they didn't want to conflict it. They just came out and announced the Mavic 3. Okay. The O3 Air Unit. They wanted to give those time
a little breathing room.
Both of those some breathing room and being able to capture part of that market, because I know I got a lot of responses. I got a lot of emails from guys saying, Bill, that Classic came out. I snatched it right up. The price was too good, which it is. It was a great price for the Classic. Okay, it's just an incredible drone, even with just that single camera, and and giving that O3 unit to some time to breathe. And some of their sales that they had, like, they had a pretty good sale on the Mini too. It was like $509 instead of $599.
Yeah. The Flymore combo.
Yeah. And they wanted to give it some time, they want to give some time and space to that to help these get some traction. So I kind of understand that, but I wouldn't wait too long. I'd have probably gone for like maybe December 1st instead of December 7th, but who am I,
Bill, you mentioned pricing a little while ago. You expect the pricing to be real sharp on this DJI Mini 3 drone?
I think it's going to be attractive. And what I mean by attractive, I think for no frills with a regular controller, one battery, no Flymore combo, I think it's going to be like $499.
Oh, I like that price.
That's what I see. Now, if you jump up and they have an option with a DJI RC, okay, you're probably gonna maybe $795, I would think. That's just I'm just spitballing here. I mean,
Yeah.
just kind of guessing with that. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean, the guest last night was $599, but I like your $499 better because the $599, you might as well just get the Pro for 150 more.
Yeah.
Hey, so Ron, the other point that Ron made to me earlier today, Bill, was now look at the price on that Nano Plus. Why would you get a Mini 3 when you get the Nano Plus that might have more features, etc., for not much more money too? What is the Nano Plus now, Ron? 609?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. The Autel Deals change by the day. It's like stock market. At one point, somebody was selling it for $499 just the drone. But generally, you can get the flyboard combo for the Autel Nano Plus for about $659. Generally,
Yeah.
Well,
maybe a little bit less some places, a little bit more other places. But for about $650, you can get a Nano Plus combo, and we don't know what's going to happen to the camera on the Mavic Mini 3, whether they'll downgrade it all or be the same camera. But again, the Nano is a player at that price point you just threw out there, Bill. Well, if the Autel drone stayed at this price, we're acting like this is the price forever now. I mean, their price has been on for a while now, but they may go back up after the holidays to their former prices. I do not know.
Now, Lon brings up a good point, and I put his comment up there. DJI knows what they're doing. Watch the problems with the rides in China, and he's right. There are rides in China right now that may cause issues along with the railway strike over there. So I think
and they have a COVID shutdown, and I believe in the manufacturing cities.
Yeah, near Shenzhen. Now, Leonard points out too, Mini 3 is Wi-Fi only, no O3. So
I struggle with that.
I'm not
sure,
okay.
Leonard. I wouldn't count. I can't believe they'd go anything back to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe they only have O2 on it.
Yeah, perhaps. Well, I don't think there's a lot more money. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
We're all speculating here until we get. You're right. Until our buddies like Acetalev and Deals drones, those guys start getting their pumping out their leaks. Do you think that the lack of us seeing any good leaks from them, does that indicate anything at all beyond the fact that they just didn't get scooped this time? Or maybe this maybe there's nothing to leak out. Maybe the drone's kind of just like the other one, except it's missing, obstacle avoidance and
right. I think the pictures will be the same. I don't think you'll be able to tell physically from the outside the difference between the drones. That's just my opinion. And Lauren put down there it's not Wi-Fi. The FCC really showed the transmission type. So
okay.
So we know it's O3. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Lon.
So 4K 30 instead of 4K 60. No OA and no tracking. You can count on those for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they would take away things like master shots because maybe they're worried about not having OA and the drone going sideways. And I don't know, just a thought, but I'd say for sure no OA, 4K 30, and no tracking.
Yeah. I those are right. And I'm not so sure that they're going to go with that. The panoramic or no, I don't mean the vertical video.
And Maddie says maybe no portrait mode.
Yeah, exactly. Possibly. I'm not sure. That's a good point, Matt.
Although, why would they take that off of a drone that they're trying to appeal to the TikTok generation? In other words, financially, it'd fit into their price range, and so I don't know.
I don't know. Well, here's a question I'm going to pose to both of you. Okay, would this be a drone that you would get?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ron.
Only for the fact that people would have interest in it, but ask me about it, expect to see reviews. But I did conversations with Marcus today. If I would get this drone, I probably wouldn't order it when it came out. I would wait until it came out available as buying the drone only, because I have all the controllers. I got batteries. I do not need anything but the drone. So I may wait until that's available as a standalone item.
That's a great point, Ron. That you bring up a great point, because look, for example, look at the Mavic 3 Classic. All right, that drone by itself, that's a great price. Okay, and if you have a controller that's compatible with it, the batteries are the same.
And that means if you have any other current DJI drone, you have a controller that's compatible with it.
Yeah. So you're good to go. I mean, you're not going to be.
The DJI RC, Ron, and the RC Pro. Now, wouldn't that be something, flying that?
Yeah.
But I think the key here is affordability, because that's what the Mini SE is, and so they're discontinuing the Mini SE. This clearly is replacing that on the lower end of the scale. So I'm quite sure they'll make it affordable, because that's what they're looking for.
And Marcus, that also goes into whether I'm going to buy it or not. If they make it too high a price that nobody's going to buy it, I won't get it, because it won't be the interest in it. But if they price it correctly and there's a lot of interest, then I may consider it. But again, if they overprice it and the public, the drone community doesn't respond well to it, there's no use me getting it.
I get you're absolutely right. Yeah.
My key consideration.
I got Bill's call. Sorry.
My key consideration for it in getting it, okay, it's going to have to be compatible with a current controller that I have right now. All right, and also too the batteries for the Mini 3 Pro. The compatibility needs to be there. If that's the case, then I will and that price point. Okay, for me, it's kind of a no brainer at $499. If it's $599. I got to take a pause. Okay.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just, a couple hundred away from a Mini 3 Pro, which I already have.
$150 away. So if you're in the store and you're debating, I get all the bells and whistles for another $150. Why don't you do it?
Yeah. But my hope is like Ron, if perhaps we can buy the drone only for like $399 or something, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, that would be awesome. But I'm also concerned what it's going to cost the person who doesn't have a drone at all. If that person's got to pay like $600 for the kit, I don't think it'll sell enough to warrant enough interest for me to get it to do videos on it.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I think for me, I think that price point needs to be $499.
You got to sharpen that price point. Yep.
Yeah, it needs to be a very sharp price point, because that's very attractive. That'll bring people in. It's under $500, okay? And I think that will sell through the roof if they do that right, okay? And no DJI RC, just the standard controller, single battery, that kind of thing.
Koopy's on a roll tonight, man.
The drone mask. Who needs all-in-one controller? He's right. Hey,
Koopy, what did Crystal put in your soup tonight? I want to know.
Hey, real quick before I have to leave, Bill, this come out on December 7th. Does that leave any time for the Pocket 3 to come out?
I'm kind of, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and I think I'm glad you brought that up, Ron, before you left here, because, I don't see it fitting in right now, okay, because of the time frame, especially before Christmas. It's right around the corner here, and we pretty much have heard tonight through the grapevine, December 7th is a possible release date for this, so I don't see them trying to pit it, because, you had the O3 Air Unit come out. You have the Mavic 3 Classic coming out. Now you have the DJI Mini 3 coming out. Okay. I don't see room right now for that, Ron. What do you?
I can save my tax refund to buy the Pocket 3 in the spring.
Yeah.
Hey, so with regard to the Mini 3, I'm hearing that you will be able to buy the drone individually, or you can get it with the RC N1 or the DJI RC.
Yeah, but on day one is the real question.
Absolutely. We know traditionally they don't allow you to buy just the drone only.
And I don't expect it. I mean, I don't see it in demand. I understand why it's not there on day one.
Expect December 7th just to be an announcement date. Yeah. Now, Can you put in a pre-order that day or something? I don't know.
Bill, let's go with that. Okay, December 17th announcement. So traditionally, the drone releases it the week later. So now the drone's coming out on the 14th, and you got to have it under the tree by the late on the 24th.
You basically got 10 days, okay, to get that drone there. Wow.
Santa's got it.
Amazon.
Santa's got to be flying a souped up Mavic 3 that make all those deliveries.
Have some turbine afterburners on that sleigh to get it to you in time.
Amazon.
Well, yeah, Amazon. But see, here's the thing, okay? And I'm gonna open up another little can of worms here too.
Hey, Bill, before you open up the can of worms, I really have to run. I have to be
okay.
I have to go. Do something.
There's a football game, is what it is. So come on.
Well, it's something even better. I'll share later. But thanks for having me on, Bill. Great conversation. We cover a lot of ground with the Autel and now the Mini 3 standard. So a lot of great topics and looking for those giveaways. We're going to have it later in the month when you get back from Ohio. Yeah. So will you be back from Ohio in time for the Mini 3? What's called?
Well, we're going to be heading
the 14th.
Up. It'll be on the 9th is when we're heading up to Ohio.
So you'll be there probably when the Mini 3 actually comes out.
Yeah. And maybe I can get, if my son-in-law is not too busy with his newborn, maybe I can maybe sneak him on the show.
There you go.
Doing it remote, so we're gonna have some.
And maybe you can sneak a Mini 3 on. Maybe you'll see one up in Ohio.
I might. It could happen. You never know.
Koopy just put down Ron's secret in the chat. So.
Yeah, I got to get my briefing from my buddy at the Lab. But thanks for everybody joining us in the chat. I see a lot of great people in the chat, a lot of great comments and whatever. Thanks for all your support in the chat. And we'll see you next week. Well, will you be show next week, or will you be in Ohio next week?
Oh, I'm going to be doing a show next week. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you next week. Good night.
Thanks, Ron.
See you, Ron.
So, Marcus, we all know now what Ron's doing. Okay, he's putting the final touches on his video for the Mini 3 right now.
That's it. He's got it in the.
He had. That's the only reason, and he said it's a good thing. Okay, so. Yeah. Add 2 and 2 here, and it's not his beloved Eagles aren't playing tonight. I know he really doesn't follow hockey. His Phillies are done. Baseball's over. So yeah, that's exactly what it is. But with that aside, this timing here, and if it comes in, say December 14th, like you said, okay, if that's the date that say it will ship, all right. You guys make a good point here, is that what DJI did with the Mavic 3 Classic, if you wanted to order the drone by itself, you clicked a button that said, we'll send you an email when it's available, kind of a thing. And I think that's what they'll do here too.
Yeah, it's possible. The flip side of that coin is, because this is not an all new product, it's an airframe that they already have. Hey, they may have a bunch of them built already, Bill, and maybe they could ship right away. So, but yeah, you are absolutely spot on. That has been the pattern.
Yeah, so it's always, one thing that I've learned about DJI, they're consistently inconsistent. Okay, with how they do releases.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, It's just like it doesn't follow a pattern. It doesn't follow a rhyme or reason. For example, when the Spark came out, all right, the FCC listing didn't hit until the day of release, okay? Right. But they had the FCC pictures were out there for weeks ahead of time for that, okay? Oh, you know what? Seriously, we ought to have Drone Comedy and have Sean on, because he is just cracking me up in the chat tonight. Can I pay you to stop mentioning Koopy?
Yeah, but you just mentioned him, and so did Sean. So what's the deal? Yeah. Sean.
Just absolutely funny. So that's kind of where things are at with that. Marcus, how was your Thanksgiving? I saw a little bit of video. I couldn't stay up last night because of work, but I saw you had a good time over in Arizona.
I did. So covered a lot of territory. Had Thanksgiving at my brother's home in Tempe, Arizona, which is in Phoenix. And then he's got another home up in the mountains at about 6,500 feet in Sholo, Arizona. So we went up there, spent a couple days down up there, drove home a scenic route right through the Salt River Canyon, while launched the DJI Air 2S over the Salt River Canyon and got some really, really fun video. So looking forward to putting that one together.
That'll be good. That'll be really good. I'm excited about that. I know I just briefly saw last night because I get up at 5:30 in the morning, zero dark 30 every morning for work. So, but yeah, that was good seeing that. Now, I also heard you mentioned something a little about your weather is turning ugly up there.
Yeah, I think the high today was like 33 degrees here. And yeah, I did my 5-mile walk today in, I don't know, low 20s. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're all set for Ohio. I bought a new winter coat. Okay. And believe it or not, it's like I tell people I guess where I got it from, I'm telling people I got my new winter coat through Vistaprint. Okay. And I got the logo for my ham radio channel on it embroidered. The new coat by itself, like if you go out there, try to find it, it's like about $175. With the logo printed on it, sewn in, was $130. Okay. And it has, that space or the space blanket material.
Yeah.
That's what's on the inside of this. It's like instantly warm. So it's like, it's going to be a warm coat. So I was thrilled to pieces with that because I already saw Ohio's going to be in the 30s. We'll probably be getting down into the 20s. So that'll make me happy that I'm warm. And I know Valerie's like, can you get me a coat like that too? And I already bought her. We already got her a winter coat when we went up there a couple of times ago. So
get her another one.
Oh, and I got some other breaking news here. Okay. Now, last week I had mentioned, and my son-in-law very faithfully watches the show. Okay. And I had guessed what our new granddaughter's name is. He goes, that was a great guess when he called me up this week, but you're wrong. So we're back to square one on trying to find the name of our next granddaughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be fun. We're really looking forward to it. The reason he called me last night, it's like a Friday night, my phone's ringing and I see it's him. The reason he's calling is my granddaughter found a new game, downloaded it. She has a tablet, downloaded it on her tablet, and it's a drawing game. And it's like for like 6-year-olds, and she's 3, and she's figuring everything out. My son-in-law said she is just scary smart. I mean, just absolutely scary smart.
Good.
But she wanted to tell Grandpa about it, so he had to call me.
Ah, good. That's awesome.
Yeah. That kind of stuff, that's absolutely priceless.
That's golden.
Any closing thoughts, Marcus?
Well, I'm just thinking here, Bill. I have a little announcement that I can make. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing, but I might as well make it on Rotor Talk Live. There were a lot of really interesting Black Friday deals or Cyber Monday deals, and we touched on it a little bit with the Autel sales, but God dang it, that Johnny drone flyer, Johnnie Alfonso, twisted my arm so hard. Yeah, I put in an order for that Autel Lite Plus, so
yeah,
should have that guy in a week or so. So looking forward to that. And they had such a great deal on it, and I ordered it off of Autel Pilots again, and they got a screaming deal. So
yeah, that is that Johnny when he first told us what it was and how much the deal was, I was like, wow, that was stellar.
Well, a little secret that I found out by accident. If you want to save a little money. So when we were on Drone Nation last night, and Johnny was talking about it a little bit. So while we were on Drone Nation, I pulled it up on the website and was looking at it. And so I pulled one over into my shopping cart, didn't do anything about it. So overnight, I get an email first thing this morning. They say, hey, we see this is in your shopping cart. How about another 3% off?
Oh,
and it worked.
Oh,
that pushed me over. They gave me a code. Yeah, that pushed me over the top. So
yeah, I wish they would. Well, listen to this, okay? Now, I wake up, Black Friday, and I look out there and I get an email and I'm checking, and the radio that I want for Christmas, it's a hand talkie. You know, it's like a little, they call them hand talkies. They look like walkie talkies, but they're really little miniature ham radios. Okay. This radio's never been on sale. I mean, like since it's come out, it's been out for a year and a half. Okay. And I told Valerie, she asked me what I wanted. So, you know, yeah, that's fine. You know, just let me know about it. $175 off. I was just, my jaw hit the floor when I found that out. I mean, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. That's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. 175 off. Boom, boom, boom. Done. I had it the next day. Okay.
Oh, wow.
They have ham radio outlet. They have stores they have a store over in Winter Springs. Okay. Which is near Orlando. All right. Everything I ordered was there the next day. I was just amazed. But yeah, that, and there were a ton of great deals. I was telling Ron, I don't know if you were on at that point, you know, with Autel, it just wasn't the drones. A lot of their accessories like cases and props and batteries, they had them on sale on Amazon. It was crazy. It was awesome. So that's why I went ahead, because there was so much, and that's why I did my Black Friday special. Did that live stream because there was just so much out there on Amazon. It was just too good to be true.
Yeah, I mean, with regard to Autel, I think that they're really pushing for market share, and I think that helps. It helps them overall, because if people, just like DJI, we love our DJI drones, we fly them a lot, so we're always anxious. If Autel can kind of get into that same groove where they have enough people that own them and are talking about them a lot, well, that, you know, that'd help them. And I'm sure that's probably part of their strategy.
So any closing thoughts, Marcus?
That's about it. It's going to be awful cold around here. I'm glad I got some flying in while I was in Arizona. And I took the Air 2S with me, and I flew the heck out of it while I was down there. So good. I was hoping for a price break on that, but there hasn't been. So maybe that's a good thing, because I'm kind of like patiently waiting to see if there's an Air 3 in the future. So that Air 2S is just, I know, continues to impress. It's still kind of like, I'm hearing the siren call of the Air 2S right now. It's still kind of like reverberates in my ear a little bit. It's a good one. Yeah. And I want to hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And Marcus, I don't know if you caught this, got a nice email from Stephen Ewing. He's still in the hospital. He's in traction, and it's improved his condition somewhat. He's got some feeling in his hands and his legs, which is really good. And they're going to keep him in traction to kind of help relieve that pressure on his spine. He still can't walk yet, but I sent him a mug and I sent him a pen, and he said he's very anxious to get home and have some coffee at home in his mug. So good. That's good to hear. And I know Stephen will be watching tomorrow morning. Stephen, our thoughts and prayers continue to be with you. And we pray for a quick healing for you. And everybody out there, I want to thank you guys so much. We're looking forward. We're going to have a lot of fun with these giveaways. So make sure you stay tuned, because I'm going to get news out there about that. Build a Drone Reviewer Classics. Okay. I'm going to get the name change in the next couple of days, and you'll see content probably in the next week coming out there. There's going to be a lot of great content. It'll be a lot of fun. So look forward to it. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for watching. It's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody. Bye.